Hey everybody, this is Amy with Beloved Plans. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I wanted to do a video about Frankenplanning, and if you're newer to the planner world, you may not know what Frankenplanning is. I know I sure didn't when I joined the Plannerverse back in February, so I thought it might be helpful to go through how I use my happy planners and I do what's called Frankenplan. So personally, this works really well for me because I like having everything for the most part in one place. I use this is a new 2020 cover, so I did move in to that, but I don't have any of my 2020 pages in yet except for the year at a glance. So, but I do have that, and I like to have all my different sections of my planner in one place. It's always with me. I have everything I need on hand. I do also keep a separate Fave planner, so that is here. So this I do my daily verse of the day, and then I also have sermon notes in here from church each week. But that one I like separate because I like to just, I just kind of like having that in its own place and bringing that one to church when I go on Sundays versus my entire big one. So I'm going to show you a couple different options on how to Frankenplan. So basically what Frankenplanning is you're taking pieces of different planners or different sections and you're putting it into one planner. And that is the beauty of the Happy Planner, is that you can completely customize it with these discs, and you can take things out and you can put things back in. You can really tweak it every single day, every single week, every month to make it fit your exact needs. I've never stayed with a planner system longer than about 6 weeks, and I've been using this since February, and I cannot imagine using anything else now. So anyway, so let's kind of get started. So again, I have my cover here. What I like to have first in the front is some sticky notes. I use these a lot just like for future planning. I like to do my spreads 1 week at a time for decorative planning. So if I have something that, you know, pops up on the calendar for November, I'll write it on a sticky note. I keep like 2 months of regular planning in here, so I'll show you when we get to that, but then I'll pop that on in the form of a post-it note versus writing it on my calendar right away. So we have that. This is kind of my brain dump list. This is, I use a process from the book called Getting Things Done, and I will link that book in the comments below. It is a fantastic book. I just really, really loved how it changed how I manage tasks and all of that, and my emails and everything, and it just has saved me so much time. So this is kind of my brain dump where I just throw everything, all my to-dos, whether it's for one of my businesses or volunteer stuff I'm doing or just stuff for my kids or whatever. So I throw all that on this list. I like to keep that in the front. I do have my name page here. I'm going to print out on my Silhouette machine my name in vinyl, so I'll get that on there eventually. But I did do my year at a glance planning. I'm going to do a separate video on how I'm using this because there's a lot of different ways to do it, and I thought it might be helpful because this is new for 2020, so to see how other people are using it. All right, so we have year at a glance here. Then we're diving into like just my weekly. So I use a horizontal planner. I actually use last year's Fave planner that's horizontal. This is the cover of it. So I use that, and it's a horizontal planner in the classic size. So I have my October, so I like to keep the current month, obviously, and then all the weekly pages. And then I have a little divider here that I use for my current week, which I actually need to move to this week's spread. All right, and then so here's next week, which I have not decorated yet, but I have a little note in there. And then I also keep the following month. So I've just got the monthly spread for November in here. I don't have the weeklies in here yet just because I don't want it to get too thick and bulky. And if something big comes up, I tend to just put it on with the Post-its, as you can see here. So that's like my regular part of my planner. So the next part of my planner that I use is my social media planner. So I actually ended up buying a dashboard layout extension pack, and I was originally using that before Happy Planner came out. So I do use the month pages for that, and then I love these little half sheets because they are great. Like if you have like just running lists that you want to move month to month, I use those quite a bit. So this is just kind of like a YouTube ideas list that I have, but I do use the monthly, and I put down all of the different challenges that are for the week, keep track of followers, etc. So that's my monthly for my social media. And then I've been using the social media pages from Happy Planner. So I now have those in this section. This is kind of my ongoing list that I just taped some washi to the divider. I did use my label maker to just label this social media because I like accessing them all from the top really quickly. So I've been using those pages in my social media section. So that is that one, and then I've got a couple of blank ones in here for the upcoming week. So the next thing I want to show you is what I don't normally keep this separate cover in here, but this can be a really cool thing if you like a bunch of different planner covers and you can't pick just one. This is a really cool way to use more than one cover. So I have this in here, and as you can see now, it looks like this is just an extra planner package I bought, or cover package I bought. So now it looks like a whole different planner, right? But it's the same thing. So what I actually did was put in, so now we're moving into my insurance job that I have a separate section for my to-dos for that. So what I did is I just took another cover that I liked. You're going to put the sides you want showing together, and then you're just going to pop it in wherever you want it to be in your planner. So you could do this for each section. Like if you had another cover, you want to do social media have its own cover, you can do that. And then if you want to just use that for the day, you can just go like that and flip it. So that's pretty slick. I remember seeing that and I was like mind blown. It was like a game changer. So it's pretty cool. I personally just am not doing this at the moment, just because again, it adds more bulk to the planner than I care to have, but I wanted to at least show it to you guys as an option. So this is the monthly extension pack too. It's all undated. I don't actually use the monthly spread for this, but I love just having like a constant running to-do list here. So that's really basic and really simple. So I just keep adding to that. I don't date it or anything. I'm super boring for that. I don't even decorate it. It's just so functional. And then I did previously have a wellness section in here. I've just been having a really hard time keeping up with decorating that. And so instead of leaving it in, and every time I look at it feeling like, ugh, I didn't do that spread this week and all of that, I just took it out for now. So I'm hoping at some point I can add it back in. And actually for 2020, I got a separate wellness planner, the new one. So I'm hoping that using that will get me back in the groove of planning for that. But this is my busiest time of the year for my photography business, and so I just kind of needed to take that off my plate. So but the next section, and again you could do another cover here if you wanted to have a whole separate look to it, this is the budget planning extension pack. So I have that in there. Just started using this, so I don't have I'm not like utilizing it as much as I'd like to. But I did love that it came with this little pocket thing too. And it does come with a couple punched sticker sheets, which is really nice. I love having these in here. And yeah, this was the undated one. So it gives you all the stickers to date it. And then you can keep track of bills and expenses and everything too. And then in the back here, I'm going to pop that bad boy back in. I just have more of these just note sheets. So like when my other list gets full, I can pop a new one in, and then I just have a couple brain dump sheets just for different notes and whatnot. So yeah, so that's like my day-to-day planner, honestly. So basically when I'm ready for the next month, what I do is so like at the end of October, I will come in here and I will take out, see, I'll leave this page in because we have the month at a glance there, but then I'll take all of this out. And then I'll add in the November weekly pages and then add in the December monthly, which is so crazy that we're getting that late in the year. So anyways, there is that. So as you can see, you can really customize it to meet whatever needs you have. And that is the best part of this whole Frankenplanning system. So feel free to shoot any questions or comments in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day and happy planning.